don't make it tougher.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I try to do in my live comedy too. Like, so I try to make when I do my shows, so I'm on tour now with my new hour, it's called, which is completely different than messing with people. It's let's get into it. And I try to make it like an event where I don't get up there. I'm not divisive. I don't do that kind of shock comedy. Like, oh, I hate when comics are like, oh, when the crowd goes, oh, and they're like, oh, you don't get it. Oh, did I offend you? Like, that's what you're trying to do. Like, so that's not my type of comedy. My type of comedy is like, look, forget about how terrible life is for an hour. Let's get in here, have some laughs together, just all together. I share stories about my life that I think people can relate to, that I think are funny and serve a little bit of a purpose in my story of, what the journey I'm trying to put together over that hour. So I think that's just a different way to approach it. And people have seemed to respond pretty well to it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, we did. Our kiddo did too. She lost it a couple of times.
I love that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So you with Impractical Jokers, you were all over the streets of New York, pranking people and all that stuff.
Causing a ruckus for sure.
Causing a ruckus, And but how does it feel to kind of change gears and do arenas? Sell out arenas and perform in that comedy aspect instead of, pranking people on the streets.
On the streets. So I've been performing live comedy forever. Like I did that with the boys too. So which was great, but it's a different animal, right? You get that. Like I said, it's like an event, right? You want to put on a show for people that they've spent their money on, lined up a babysitter, making it a date night, whatever they're doing. It's like you want to show up for people in a big different way. And that hour could be really impactful, just to get out and smile and laugh, change their perception on people. I've heard stuff which is crazy to me that I can't believe that has happened in my shows. I met one person to meet and greet after. They came after. And it was a couple, and they had gotten divorced, but had bought the tickets and both still wanted to go. So they had separated, and they came out, and this is the first time they were together in about 7 months or 6 months or whatever it was. And I was like, well, did you laugh? And they're like, yeah, we actually were laughing and having a good time. I said, oh, we might not be done here. And then I heard from them a little while later that they actually were giving it another shot, which was interesting.
There you go.
I was like, yeah. And I mean, you don't think that at all, right? As somebody who's, you're just getting up there being a jerk, having fun, making some jokes, and hopefully people smile and come out. And you don't realize those little pieces. And I found that through Jokers, where we were playing like on repeat through COVID, I have in hospitals, True TV is huge. We have these people that find us when they're going through these things. We play in prisons. People in prison, it's like all these things you don't expect just messing around with your friends is going to have that. And quickly I learned that, and it had a real impact on me that I'm being that for people.